2025 Warzone players have gone insane with the vehicles, killing, barging, trolling with them, etc. In 2025 Call of Duty, Warzone has transformed into something nearly unrecognizable from its earlier iterations, not because of new weapons or expanded maps, but due to the sheer madness surrounding vehicle use. Once seen as mere tools of transport or tactical advantage, vehicles have become the core instruments of chaos. Players are no longer just fighting each other, they are fighting to see who can invent the most ridiculous, over-the-top method of vehicular mayhem. From plowing through squads with an armored SUV to launching ATVs off rooftops onto unsuspecting enemies, the player base has turned Warzone into a festival of mechanized absurdity. The core reason for this vehicle madness lies in how the game's mechanics have evolved. In an effort to keep things dynamic, developers introduced physics tweaks that made driving and ramming far more engaging and destructive. This, combined with the ever-present desire of players to find new ways to break the game systems, has turned every match into a sandbox of vehicular experimentation. Helicopters are no longer used strictly for reconnaissance or transport. Instead, players dangle out of them mid-flight to toss grenades or leap into other choppers mid-air for stunt kills, turning the skies into a deadly circus act. The trolling has reached new heights, or depths, depending on your perspective. Players frequently use trucks to corral enemy squads into corners, honking and spinning around them in endless loops while their teammates line up sniper shots. Entire matches have been lost because a lone troll used a cargo truck to repeatedly drive over downed players, denying their teammates the chance to revive them. Even Gulag survivors can't escape it. Many return to the battlefield only to be greeted by a speeding dirt bike intentionally aimed at their spawn location. Social media has only amplified the madness. Clips of players using jeeps to ride up broken geometry and launch into buildings are going viral. TikTok and YouTube are filled with highlight reels of vehicle-only team wipes, double helicopter crashes, and squads forming convoys that rival Mad Max war parties. With enough flair and editing, vehicle stunts have become more celebrated than traditional gunplay. It's no longer about headshots or tactical positioning, it's about how many barrels you can roll a buggy before landing it on someone's head. Yet, not all of this vehicular insanity is purely for laughs. Some squads have turned it into an art form of strategy. For instance, elite teams will use one truck to draw enemy fire while another flanks on a quad from a completely different angle. Helicopter baiting has become a new psychological tactic, where one player hovers overhead while the rest of the squad sneaks behind distracted enemies. These tactics blur the line between trolling and advanced warfare, adding a strange layer of legitimacy to the madness. The map design itself hasn't been able to contain this newfound vehicular obsession. Verdansk's successors, like the vertical zones in Cityscape or the dune stretches of Dust Point, offer playgrounds ripe for destruction. Ramps, tunnels, bridges, and rooftops are now tested more for their vehicular potential than for combat coverage. Players line up like drag racers, performing mid-match stunt runs and demolitions that can make or break their squad's success. Even the new game modes like Carnage Cruise are tailored to embrace this trend, throwing gas on the already burning fire. Glitches and exploits have also fed into the madness. Bugs that allow players to stack vehicles or fly sideways have become celebrated events. While developers race to patch them, players treat each glitch like a temporary holiday, something to enjoy to the fullest before it's gone. Community-driven challenges have popped up around this, with players daring each other to perform triple flips, reverse kill cams, or to survive an entire match without exiting a vehicle. The absurdity has become a badge of honor. And while some purists bemoan this shift in Warzone's culture, many celebrate it as a natural evolution. In a game saturated with high-stakes competition, the vehicle-driven chaos offers a form of creative relief. It gives players the freedom to break away from the hyper-focus of gunfights and embrace the sandbox spirit. Whether it's crashing through a building to save a teammate or turning a truck into a mobile rave with horn spam and colored smoke, the vehicles represent the unfiltered joy of play. Of course, not everyone is laughing. Competitive players and streamers often rage at being run over in the middle of a high-kill match. They call it low skill, unfair, or game-breaking. But these complaints only fuel the trolls further. In Warzone 2025, upsetting the balance is often the goal. If you're not dodging an incoming sedan or getting airstruck by a quad bike, you're probably not in the thick of it. In conclusion, 2025 Warzone has become a rolling, drifting, honking spectacle of vehicular insanity. The players have pushed the game far beyond its intended design, turning every vehicle into a weapon, a toy, and a meme all at once. What began as tactical transportation has now morphed into an entire subculture of chaos. Love it or hate it, one thing is certain. Warzone's roads and skies belong to the insane.